We're talking about music. We're making it easy. This is music made easy.
Hello, my name is Ryan Kazda.
And my name is Atharva Iyer.
And this is Music Made Easy. Congratulations, we have finished November now. Here we are with our November Kahoot review.
Exactly, guys. Same as always, the November Kahoot talks about the November materials. We hope you had fun working with us this November and working through all our videos, and hope you guys learned a lot.
Absolutely. This one will work just the same. Feel free to pause it and answer the questions as we kind of go along and read through them. Wow, I can't believe it's already November, Atharva.
Exactly. It's time flies when you're having fun and making music easy.
Absolutely. All right. Well, let's say less. Let's join.
Let's get right into it.
All right. Music made easy in the game.
All right. We're loading in. Question 1. It's a true or false straight off the bat. The decay of a note is equally as important as the attack. Remember, we talked about articulation, and is the decay of the note important as the attack? Start at the end. False. Correct. The answer is true. This is true. The decay of the note is equally as important as the attack. Remember that we want to make sure we have a good quality sound all the way through.
Question number 2, a legato articulation is, so here we'll show pictures of it and kind of go through, is it the smoothness between two different notes without a break, two of the same notes connected together, detached, or is it emphasized? Legato, legato, legato. It is red, smoothness between two different notes without a break, shown in that picture there.
Moving to question 3, a tie articulation is smoothness between two different notes without a break, two of the same note connected together, detached, or emphasized. Let's think about what a tie does. And the tie is blue. It is two of the same note connected together as pictured there as well.
Yes. Question number 4, an accent articulation is. So we're going over the different types of articulation. Is it the smoothness between two different notes without a break? Is it two of the same notes connected together? Is it detached, or is it emphasized? Think accented, accent, it's emphasized. There we go with the green answer.
And then a staccato articulation is, this is the 5th question, is it the smoothness between two different notes without a break, two of the same note connected together, detached, or emphasized? And our answer is detached. Remember, staccato is the opposite of legato with that break, but the decay and the attack are both equally important for this one.
Question number 6, a marcato articulation is a combination between which two articulations? So here's what a marcato looks like. Is it a mix of staccato and legato, staccato and accent, staccato and tenuto, or accent and legato? And the correct answer will be blue, staccato and accent. Remember, it kind of has that power, the force of the accent, but still the length and kind of attack with the staccato.
Moving to question 7, a tenuto articulation is it rough, smooth, when a note is held out, or an indication to play freely? Think about a tenuto, very similar to one of the other ones that we talked about earlier on, and it is smooth. Tenutos are smooth, they are not rough, and some of the other ones could be some of the other articulations we talked about.
Absolutely. Well, we'll just have to wait and see, Atharva.
Yeah.
Question number 8, what action do you take when you see a fermata? So here's what a fermata looks like. When you see this, do you hold the note for an unspecified period of time? Do you skip the second note? Do you hold the note precisely for one extra beat? Or do you play the note as you normally would? Remember, with fermatas, you hold it out for an unspecified period of time. It kind of depends on the context for fermatas, how long you would hold it out.
Question 9, what musical tool do you use to keep tempo? Do you guys use a speedometer, a clock, a metronome, or a tuner? Think about it. Let's think about a tempo. The right answer is a metronome. It is a clock, although it does tick at 60 beats per minute like we talked about. You don't typically use that. The metronome is a way better tool because you can have that variety of tempo range.
Absolutely. Question number 10, what does BPM actually mean? Is it beats per millisecond, beats per minute, beats per meter, or brass per music? Take a second here. Beats per minute. We're talking about tempo, time, metronomes. BPM means beats per minute, which is the blue answer.
Which of these is the correct order of tempo markings from slowest to fastest? Ignore that typo. Is it largo, larghetto, adagio, andante, moderato, allegro, presto, prestissimo? Is it largo, larghetto, adagio, moderato, andante, allegro, presto, prestissimo? Is it largo, larghetto, adagio, andante, moderato, allegro, prestissimo, or presto? I'm not even gonna try and read the last one. It is the red one though. So that last one didn't even matter. Remember, we had that slow of slows, is the largo, then up to the fastest of fast, which is that prestissimo, and we gave you kind of that metronomic ranges in the video, so feel free to check that out.
There is a lot on here, this page. If you want to screenshot, feel free, so you can kind of see all of them compared to each other. Very small differences within each answer. All right, question 12. Accelerando means to slow down, play out of strict time, speed up, or return to the original tempo. What does it mean? I think accelerando kind of means to accelerate or speed up. That would be the correct answer for this question.
Moving on to question 13, retardando means to, does it mean to slow down, play out a strict time, speed up, or return to the original tempo? Think about it for a second. The right answer is to slow down. Retardando is the opposite of the accelerando, and it helps, to build contrast and etc.
Question number 14. A tempo means to, so you'll see this in your music from time to time, kind of identified there. Does it mean to slow down, play out of strict time, speed up, or return to the original tempo? Tempo means to return to the original tempo, which is that green answer.
Moving on to the final one from the section a little bit. Rubato means to slow down, play out a strict time, speed up, or return to the original tempo. Correct answer is play out a strict time. That is what rubato means. And feel free to highlight it in your music so you can help identify it in the future.
All right, a true or false question. Form helps us organize and bring structure to our music. Is true. So we had a whole episode on kind of talking about form, different forms, its function, and the answer is true. It does help us organize and bring structure to our music. That's its kind of main purpose when dealing with music.
17, another true false. Intros and outros are not a part of the form. Talked about intros and outros and like what they could be to music. Is it part of the form? Is it not? True, false? The answer is false, because they are a part of the form. The question asked if they're not a part of the form, or the statement said, I should say rather, but it's false because they are a part of the form.
Question number 18, another true false. Forms help us during unrehearsed musical situations. Is this statement true or false? The statement is true. Forms do, in fact, help us during unrehearsed musical situations because it allows for musicians who may have not even played together before to play together cohesively because they know the form.
Moving on, what is genre in music? Is it a category of music that is grouped together based on similarities, the method of alphabetizing our composers, writing our own music and publishing it for others to play, or a very special performance marking one's 25th recital? Let's think about it. The right answer is A, or the red one. It is a category of music that is grouped together based on similarities.
Question number 20. How do pianists typically make their sound? Playing the pedals at the bottom of the piano, using their fingers to play the keys, plucking the strings on the inside of the piano, or with their air. So all of these are different ways musicians make sound, but pianists will use their fingers to play their keys. Yes, their feet are involved with the pedals, but the sound happens from their fingers with the inside of the piano.
How do wind players make their sound? Do they play the pedals at the bottom of the piano, use their fingers to play the keys, pluck the strings on the inside of the piano, or with their air? Let's think about how wind players make their sound. And as wind works, it is with their air. Wind kind of resembles the air that we use to make the sound. And you can also think about it when windy outside, there's a lot more air.
Okay, question 22. How do string players make their sound? Adjusting their tuning knobs, using their fingers to play the keys, plucking or bowing the strings, or with their air. String players. There's a picture there. It might help to show you. They pluck or bow the strings, the yellow answer.
How do percussionists make their sound? Do they shake, hit, or strike, use parts of their body, or all of the above, which is any physical way to make noise? Correct answer is green. It is all of the above because the percussionists and how they make their noise is anyway, snapping, clapping, shaking an instrument, hitting, striking, whatnot. So that is how percussionists make their sound.
Question 24, true, false. Intonation and pitch are the same. So we had a whole episode on this, kind of explaining what these two terms mean. Are they the same? Are they not? They are not the same. This is false. If you remember, we clearly identified the difference between both.
Pitch is we kind of talked about this in that video. Again, we went into depth. This is the accuracy of the note itself in relation to other notes, always going one note lower. Accuracy of the note itself in relation to itself, or always going one note higher. And the answer is the red one. It is the accuracy of the note itself in relation to the other notes.
All right, question 26. So that means, what is intonation, right? Pitch is that. Intonation is something different. Is it the accuracy of the note itself in relation to other notes? Is it always going one note lower? Is it the accuracy of the pitch of the note in relation to itself? Or is it always going one note higher? And the correct answer is yellow, the accuracy of the pitch of the note in relation to itself. There we go.
27. What musical tool do you use to be in tune? Speedometer, a clock, a metronome, or a tuner? Let's think about this for a second. And the answer is tuner. We can get these on our phones. We can get these like as tools themselves, but they're a very good and useful tool to be using, especially when you're practicing.
Next question, number 28. When wind players are flat, what do? Can they change it at all? They can't change it. Do they throw their instrument away? No, that solves problems. Do they push in their tuning slide, or do they pull out their tuning slides? Remember, some wind players have a tuning slide. When they're flat, they will actually push in their tuning slide. All right.
And when wind players are sharp, they cannot change it. They just kind of accept it. They throw their instrument away as a solution, I guess, push in their tuning slide or pull out their tuning slide. And the correct answer is pull out their tuning slide.
Absolutely. If you remember in our video, we kind of talked about how sharp is maybe higher, a little smaller. So you need to make your instrument smaller to play a little sharper, and longer or larger to play flatter. That's a good way of kind of remembering it. Question 30, the final one, still about intonation. Weather affects how in tune you are. Is this true or false? And the answer is true. Weather does in fact affect how in tune you are. It's different for kind of each group of instruments, but it does have an impact nonetheless.
All right, we hope you guys enjoyed this, got as close to 30 out of 30 as possible, or just, learned a little more. If you guys still have any questions, check out our previous videos because we covered all of this material, even in more in depth in each episode per week on this. Please feel free to check those out.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for playing today. We hope you had fun kind of putting your skills to the test and reviewing the November material. A lot of kind of stuff we covered in this section here. So thank you so much for playing with us.
All right, guys, as usual, if you have any questions, please leave them down in the comment section below. If, as usual, like and subscribe. Thank you guys so much.
All right, we'll see you later. Have a great day.
Bye, guys.
We're talking about music.